This is my song too. Out the gate, she went crazy. Out the gate. You bumping pocketbooks? Okay.
Put a bet on me, I bet on you. Tonight,
Girl, put that up.
what
What you doing with that?
I don't wanna wait. All the games you play. You know I'm
Very minimalistic, very clean cut to the point. When you listen to the song, you would assume that she's talking about another person, calling them bluff, betting on her. But it seems with the visual is they went the different direction, and she's actually just betting on herself and she's mirroring herself. That's what it seems like. The visuals are beautiful. Again, like I said, very minimalistic, very the moodiness, the rain, the glistening of her.
I don't even.
Oh, they cut it right there. Very sensual. I would like that. Shout out to Imani. Imani releasing the visuals to Bet on Me. Again, like I said, I think like at first glance, the visuals feel incredibly intimate and sensual. And throughout the video, we see Imani and another person constantly entering each other's like personal space. They're gently touching one another, holding each other's hands together, and moving with a level of, closeness and calmness that immediately makes you think this is a story about romance and attraction, but actually paying attention to the visuals, the minimalist approach makes those moments stand out even more. And there are no elaborate sets or distractions. Sometimes she's simply just wearing a white t-shirt or a spaghetti strap shirt. Like in this clip, she just has a spaghetti strap shirt on. In this clip, she just has a clean white tee. I love a crisp, clean white tee, whether it's crew neck, V neck. You can never go wrong with them. Um, but like I said, she's wearing a simple t-shirt, spaghetti strap, allowing the focus to remain entirely on the emotional and the physical connection being portrayed. And it feels bare, it feels very vulnerable, it feels very intentional. But the more I'm watching it, the more I started to question like whether this was actually a story about two people at all. When you look closely, it appears like that second person, who this second person right here, is actually Imani herself. I mean, I think it's another person, but they're depicting her. It's a mirror. The so suddenly it goes from when you first listen to the song, another person is a gamble, betting on self, betting on her. Now I just personally looking at this video, it feels like the video is transforming the actual meaning. So, what initially looks like a romance connection looks to me like a conversation between different versions of the same person, and different versions of herself. And that low key kind of like changes how I hear the lyrics watching this video. Put a bet on me, I bet on you. Instead of speaking to a lover, she could be just speaking to herself. It's not about another lover, it's about Imani at the end of the day, asking whether she's willing to fully invest in her own growth, her own instincts, and her own future. Even the line, I don't even know your name, takes on a new meaning to me when you view through this lens. Sometimes the person we're trying to understand the most is ourselves. So I feel like what really drives that interpretation home for me is the recurring mirror and doppelganger imagery we are seeing from Imani. We've also seen this in her on her Instagram page. She has a few photos of herself and another person where she's like holding their wrist, similar to this. So it's just all making perfect sense to me. It doesn't feel accidental. There are moments in this video where her skin is glistening as well, almost as if she's been caught in the middle of a transformation. She's stripped of any protective layer, and you can combine that with the minimalist styling and the mirrored interaction. So it's looking like Imani is just betting on herself. She's trying to figure out if this is really something she wants to do, if this is a gamble that she's willing to take. And the title Bet on Me starts to sound less like a plea to someone else and more like a declaration for herself. The entire video becomes an exercise in self trust. I feel like self discovery and learning, just to embrace every version of who you are. I feel like a lot of us don't do that, and some of us do that. Um, but all of us need to do it. That's what makes this, so powerful to me. Beautiful video, executed very well. Shout out to the director. Shout out to pgLang. Shout out to Imani. It works. This video is very sensual on the surface, but underneath it feels like a much deeper conversation about self-worth and betting on yourself is going on in this video, in this visual. So again, shout out to Imani, shout out to pgLang. Beautiful video, straight to the point. And I can't wait to see what she has coming next. So y'all stay tuned. This is probably going to be on Patreon only. So if you come over from YouTube, shout out to y'all. Appreciate y'all coming over and watching. I will check y'all in my next one. Later.
Hey cousin, who you chilling with?
I'm chilling with MONIE.